Excellent. So finally, we've had some requests about who are the people behind SCLA, and whilst we both enjoy a degree of privacy, we also thought it'd be good manners to introduce ourselves properly, just in case there might be one person who would be interested in knowing a little bit more about the backgrounds of the two people behind it. So, without any further ado, Tim Dallinger, would you like to introduce yourself and explain your involvement with SCLA?
Okay, so I suppose I'd better go back to 1987, which was a very long time ago.
It was a little while ago.
And then on a Friday evening, two people who had a learning disability came into my life, and that was Peter and Linda.
Okay.
And they were in an adult family placement that had broken down.
Yeah.
My first wife, who was responsible for arranging the placements, had something to do with these people, and she brought them home on a Friday evening.
Okay.
So you could do that if you were a social worker in the 1980s.
Okay.
And we became their adult family placement.
Right.
And they were part of my life for 14 and 16 years respectively till they passed away.
Right. Okay.
And then we started small residential care homes about the same time as people were being resettled into the community. Eventually ended up with 4 such care homes.
Yeah.
And then in 2000, my wife got cancer. So I gave up my career to care for her. And then when she passed away on 15th of December 2001, I find myself without a job because I'd given up my career. I worked in academia at the time. And I'm a care provider.
Right.
So I went on a journey of discovery and qualifications and set out to care for people until they no longer needed me.
Right.
And that care journey ended at the end of September 2020,
Right.
when my final service closed.
Yeah.
One of those people I'd supported for 27 years at that point.
Okay.
In 2003, we did Investors in People.
Yeah.
Started to look at all aspects of my care business, one of which was training.
Yeah.
And decided I could do a better job than the trainers I was hiring. So I went on a 3-day train-the-trainer course, practiced on my staff, discovered I loved it,
Yeah.
and then thought if I get a proper qualification, I wonder if I could do a bit of sideline training.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got myself City and Guilds 7302, I think it was called, forerunner to what became Petals, now AET.
Right.
Started a training company, Social Care Consultants, which is my business.
Yeah.
And eventually that got bigger than my care business.
Right.
So I now do training and consultancy for the social care sector,
Right.
which tends to be delivery of training courses, either online or in person, mostly for local authorities.
Okay.
And I help care providers with compliance consultancy.
Okay.
So I'm no longer a care provider,
Right.
but I did do that for 35 years, which is a big chunk of time, isn't it?
Okay.
So my involvement in SCLA, it started when you approached me to be a guest on your podcast.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And we joke, don't we, that I've been podcasted by you twice but recorded 3 times.
The less we talk about that, the better, Tim. But
And one of those recordings I was in Lanzarote and you weren't.
That's true.
That is true. And then you talked to me about, well, could we do something to help the care sector and care leaders in the care sector have the knowledge base they need to be effective leaders 24/7?
Yeah.
And this has been quite a long journey, isn't it? Because that
yeah.
first conversation was in 2019.
Yeah.
And many planning sessions. And I remember remarking once in one of our planning sessions, what we will end up with will be very different than what we think we will end up with.
That's true, you did, yeah.
And if we think back to those sessions and all those flip chart paper and that big long table in the back room of a coffee shop, do you remember?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we set out to create and all of the things that we thought would be simple,
Yes.
that were far from simple,
Yes.
and all of the things that we didn't think we needed to think about,
Yeah.
that we learned we needed to think about.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah.